Why, Simgiget. Simgiget. Sige naman na. Lega kiget. Kabawaksi. Tranine gera kalchap. Samachtet oya. Tranis nusum. Will some warrior. I will sight one some. I hope we'll get on. How are the methacall Tranis nusum? Why, the Gemga axe. The Golga lek. Era the Bethescan. At Tranis nusum. Chiefs, matriarchs, house chiefs, prince and princess. I thank you all for inviting me to be here this evening to say a few words to each and every one of you. In our words, in our language, we say, the fire is burning, the water is hot, and the last thing, the mat is rolled out for you. Welcome to the land of Tsimshian. Thank you very much.
Be seated. The Local Government Act provides that no one can act as a councillor or mayor or officer of a municipality until they have taken their oath of office. It's my privilege to commend that oath to all of you. To those who are appearing by telephone or by Zoom, I want to confirm to you that although you will swear or affirm your oath today, that you are not able to actively participate in city business until you have delivered the written copy of that to the corporate administrator. So I'll commence with the councillors. And as I've indicated, we're going to all the councillors are going to swear the oath together, although they will introduce themselves individually. So, commence. Is the microphone not on? Oh. So, the oath commences with I, and you state your name. So, Councillor Cunningham.
I, Barry Cunningham.
Councillor Skelton Morgan.
I, Reed Skelton Morgan.
Councillor Niche.
I, Wade Niche.
Councillor Randawa.
I, Govinder Randhawa.
Councillor Forster.
Hi, Councillor Terry Forster.
Councillor Adey.
I, Nick Adey.
Then repeat after me, please. All of you together, do solemnly affirm that
Do solemnly affirm that
I am qualified to hold the office of councillor
I am
qualified to hold the office of
Councillor
for the city of Prince Rupert,
for the city of Prince Rupert,
for the city of Prince Rupert,
to which I have been elected.
to which I have been
to
elected.
which I've been elected.
I have not, by myself or any other person,
I have not,
I have not
myself
or any other
or any other person,
knowingly contravened the Local Government Act,
knowingly contravened the
Knowingly
local
contravened the Local Government Act,
respecting vote buying or intimidation
respecting vote buying or intimidation
or intimidation
in relation to my election to the office.
in relation to my
in
election
relation to my election to the office.
I will faithfully perform the duties of my office
I will faithfully
I will faithfully perform the
the
duties of my office
and will not allow any private interest
and will not
I will
allow
not
any
allow
private
any
interest
private interest
to influence my conduct in public matters.
to influence my
to
conduct in
influence
public
my
matters,
conduct in public matters,
As required by the community charter,
as required
as
by the
required by the
charter.
community charter.
I will disclose any direct or indirect pecuniary interest
I will disclose
I will
any
disclose
direct
any direct or indirect pecuniary interest
I have in a matter
I have in a
I
matter,
have in a matter,
and will not participate in the discussion of the matter
and will not
and
participate
will
in
not
the discussion of the
participate
matter
in the discussion of the matter
and will not vote in respect of the matter.
And I will not vote
I will not
in
vote
respect
in respect of the matter.
So once you sign that form and the corporate administrator signs off on it, then you are eligible to act as a councillor.
Edith Pitt?
Do you want to sign it first?
We're going to pass it along.
They'll all go to the corporate administrator.
You
Mr.
guys.
Pond.
The old man with the pen.
I, and state your name,
I, Herb Pond,
do solemnly affirm that
do solemnly affirm that
I am qualified to hold the office of mayor
I am qualified to hold the office of mayor
for the city of Prince Rupert,
for the city of Prince Rupert,
to which I have been elected.
to which I have been elected.
I have not, by myself or any other person,
I have not, by myself or any other person,
knowingly contravened the Local Government Act
knowingly contravened the Local Government Act,
respecting my election to the office of mayor.
respecting my election to the office of mayor.
I will faithfully perform the duties of my office
I will faithfully perform the duties of my office
and will not allow any private interest
and will not allow any private interest
to influence my conduct in public matters.
to influence my conduct in public matters.
As required by the community charter,
As required by the community charter,
I will disclose any direct or indirect pecuniary interest
I will disclose any direct or indirect pecuniary interest
I have in a matter
I have in a matter,
and will not participate in the discussion of the matter
and will not participate in the discussion of the matter,
and will not vote in respect of the matter.
and will not vote in respect of the matter.
When you sign that and pass that to the corporate administrator, you may act as mayor.
It's reflective of
So,
our budget.
That's the role. That is all of my role in these proceedings. I don't know
I owe
if
you a
gets the
drill.
microphone.
Then I will call the first council meeting of this council to order. We have a very, very brief agenda. Very brief agenda. I want to make a couple of comments. I want to, first of all, acknowledge that here in the room with us today, we have our MLA, Jennifer Rice. Thank you for being here. We also have His Worship Canuck Bjarndal from our neighboring community of Port Edward. Thank you for being here. As well, you saw Smoigit Gismon, Alex Campbell, who did the greeting. And I want to thank retired Judge Herman Seidemann for coming and looking after the proceedings this evening. There are two people we want to recognize this evening specifically. And I'm going to ask, please, that Councillor Blair Moreau step forward. Can I get that handheld, please? I'm going to come in front.
All right. So this is a little unusual for you because normally you'd be sitting right there, right? Come on over. Come on over. There's no booby trap here or nothing like that. All of us, city staff, myself, your existing former council mates, and all of us that are gathered here want to acknowledge your 8 years of service to the community. I wrote a little note in the card, and it starts with, "I'm not your average 24-year-old." And that's really how it all started 8 years ago. Yeah. And I can say solidly that we all agree you weren't your average 24-year-old. And so, Blair, it's really a mixed feeling that we have. I remember calling you when I heard that you might not be running again. And I had two emotions. One as a citizen, I said, oh, I hope he runs again. And if he doesn't run again, I hope he runs for mayor. But as a guy that's known you literally all your life, I was pleased that you're taking time out for other things that are also important. And I'm not going to be in this chair forever. So if you want to warm up, anyway, there you go. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. There's another one down there. And of course, it's no secret, we want to call his ex-worship. I'm a big believer, for those of you that don't know, and not only do I believe it in my soul, but it's actually true. There is only one mayor at a time. And until about 3 minutes ago, it was him, right? And I wasn't Mr. Mayor. I wasn't anything like that. Had there been an emergency, even up till 7 o'clock, you'd have been calling him, not me, to do what needed to be done. You've been an amazing mayor. You've set a very high standard. I can't tell you how many people have said to me, in spite of the fact that they know I have experience, that I've got huge shoes to fill. And I never disagreed with one of them. You have set the bar very high. It's come at a great personal cost. I know that. I know the travel that sort of eats at you over time. First couple times, first couple trips, it's kind of fun. But when you leave your wife and your daughter and head around to do the business that you have to do, it starts to grind. And you did it with a smile on your face. You kept us well informed always. And so I want to give to you again, on behalf of the staff, on behalf of your fellow members of council, and on behalf of the community, Mayor Lee Brain, we just want to acknowledge you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I've also got to say, this man has made the transition amazingly smooth. We've spent a number of hours together several times going over issues, going over all the state secrets, where the book of secrets is hidden here, all of that stuff. I know it now, but I can't tell any of you, all right? Did you want to say anything before?
No.
All right, good.
Sure,
All
right.
Yeah, all the best. Yeah.
I want to also acknowledge, I feel like I'm in a choir here. Get up and start singing. I want to acknowledge the members of the RCMP and the firefighters that are here, just adding pomp and ceremony to this really important changeover. This to me is important stuff. When we gather here in this room, we're not just a social gathering. We're not a bunch of friends, although we may be friendly, but we actually gather here to do the people's business. And so before we close out the meeting, I want to invite each member of council, if you wish. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you'd like to make any statement at all, and I'm going to begin with those who are not present in the room. Councillor Adie, I'm going to begin with you. Have you got anything you'd like to say?
I wrote a speech, but I ran out of paper off of the printer. So I'll just give you the first 7 pages, if you don't mind. I just want to say that, first of all, I regret not being there. It's an event that I would very much like to be a part of physically, but I'm here, and I'm going to be heading back in the relatively near future. Apparently, I'm still just a public citizen until I give Ms. Miller a signed form. And I want to thank the support of the people who supported me in the election. And I want to say that I'm really excited to work with the new council. There's a lot of exciting things that I'm very passionate about seeing through, and I'm looking forward to every minute of it.
Thank you. Councillor Forrester.
Thank you. I want to thank everyone that helped me as I grew as leader throughout this election campaign. And I want to say how excited I am to be joining this amazing team. Again, thank you to Mayor Brain and Councillor Moreau for all the amazing work that you have done. You've helped inspire me in so many different ways as I've been a leader in other capacities. And I look forward to working with everyone when I'm back next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to thank all the voters, family, friends for helping me this election, and all the guests came out today. Thank to Ms. Mayor Lee Brain and Councillor Bro for all 8 years. We work hard, and for your service to the community. Thank you. And looking forward to work with our new council members for next 4 years, and we'll work hard for our community, for the best interest of our community. I will try my best with our other community members. Thank you.
Councillor Nish.
I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who supported me during this last election. Another 4 years. It's been 8 already, and it's going to be a great 4 years with the new council. Thank you to Blair and Lee for all the hard work you put in. You know how much it's appreciated, and that's about it. Look forward to the next 4 years. Thanks.
Councillor Skelp.
Those hyphenated names, yeah. I just want to thank everyone at home and everyone that came out tonight to participate in tonight's ceremony, and those that supported me along the way. And a special shout out to my friend and colleague over here, Councillor Cunningham, who I still have his drill from disassembling signs while he was away. Just again, a huge thank you for everyone and support, and a huge thank you to Mayor Brain, the outgoing Mayor Brain. Now I guess you're just Lee now, right? But you will forever be Mayor Lee Brain, I think, is like kind of the kids will see you on the side of the street, and that'll be how that goes. And then also my friend Blair Moreau, just for their service, and then for the past 4 years that for me have been some of the most memorable and character building, I think, are the words that we've described before, or at least the PC versions. Yeah, it's been a bit of a ride, but yeah, and again, I just congratulate you both on just the next steps. And I will pass it on to Councillor Cunningham.
Ditto. No, well, I wasn't here for the last meeting, but I'd like to thank everyone that supported me, and I look forward to the next 4 years. One thing that I didn't get to say at the last meeting is, even though we've got a lot of work to carry on, the ground, the framework's been put there. It's up for us to carry on what Blair Lee and the last council for the last 8 years has started. We've still got a long way to go, and like you say, we've got really big footsteps to fill, not just you, but all of us. And more than anything, the thing I'd like to thank is the staff. Our staff has been phenomenal, and even though there's small changes in council and that, the staff hasn't changed, and we have depended on them so much for the last 8 years, and people just don't even know. They think, oh, what do they do at City Hall? Well, I challenge anyone to spend a day in their desk. They're flat out all the time, and it's going to be a pleasure working with them again for another 4 years.
Well said.
Councillor Cunningham, second, and Councillor Nish. All in favor? Meeting is